Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about karma and how we can erase bad karma. So to begin, we will discuss a bit about a famous physicist. His name is Isaac Newton. He's from the 17th century and he's very well known for his 3 physics laws that govern the universe, the nature. And so he has 3 laws and they're called first law, second law, and third law. And we're going to focus on the third law. So the third law stipulates that for every force, every action that we do in nature, there is an equal and opposite force that is created as a reaction due to that action. Okay. So, and there's a reason why I'm invoking this specific law. So to explain this law a bit better, visualize, for example, that a person, for example, yourself, is standing on a floor, right? So your mass, your body mass becomes a weight, which is a force that's acting upon the floor, okay? And so in return, as a reaction, the floor, due to its material composition, will exert an opposite force as a reaction against your weight to support your weight. Okay, this is the reason why you don't go through the floor. You remain on the floor and you can walk on the floor. You know, it's because the floor is exerting a force that's equal and opposite to your weight. Okay, so just like Newton's third law, when you take an action in our universe, in this life, there is a reaction that will be created, a consequence, a ripple effect. Okay, and so whatever action you take, there will be a reaction, but it's not going to be of the same form. It'll be in the opposite direction, meaning it'll be towards you because you've done the action, but it won't be the same form. So if we refer back to the example where the person or yourself is standing on the floor, your weight is a different form of a force. It's basically your mass, and you're standing, you're relaxing on the floor, but the force that the floor is exerting on you is a different force. It's a different form. It's from the material of the floor, the wooden floor, the chemical composition. It's sticking together to support you. It's a different form, yet the strength of both forces, of your weight and the force exerted by the floor, is of the same strength, but in opposite direction. You see where I'm getting at? And so in real life, when you take an action, there will be a consequence, a reaction, okay? And this is the basics of karma, the law of karma, okay? That you have to expect something as a reaction, okay? And you might be a believer of karma, or you might not be a believer of karma. There's no issue, there's no problem. You can consider this as an introduction to karma, because we will delve into this more deeper in the future for sure, but just stick with me with this idea, because right now I will give you an example to prove that karma exists. Okay, it's a very simple example, but it will drive the point home. Okay, so imagine, okay, if you get angry, okay, you get angry and you start shouting at someone. Okay, you start yelling, you start shouting, you start saying, I don't know, maybe swearing, I don't know, but you're very angry. So you're exerting that action of shouting, showing anger, okay, at someone. What is the reaction of that? I'm not talking about the reaction of the other person, because you could be shouting at a wall, for example. It doesn't have to be a person. So what I'm saying is the reaction doesn't have to be from the person. The reaction could be immediate. It will take another form. It could come back another time. We don't know, but we just know that it's another form. Okay. So in this case, what do you think is the reaction? And the answer to this is that by shouting, by getting angry, what happens is that you're getting negative energy inside you. You're filling yourself with negative vibes. You're increasing your blood pressure. There's chemical reactions happening. Your health is slowly deteriorating, right? Slowly becoming bad. But you don't notice it. See, just like the Newton's third law, if we don't analyze it, if we don't just stop for a second and analyze, oh, there's a force and then there's an opposite force, but it could be of different form, but they're opposite to each other. If we don't analyze it, we don't see it. The same way, when we get angry, we don't see that we're actually affecting our body, but we are. Let's say you just get angry once. Is that going to create significant impact? Not really, right? But if you get angry angry multiple times, then it starts to be visible. You'll be able to notice the difference, right? So where I'm getting at is put a stopper, a conscious stopper. Just stop before taking an action. Just stop and think, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing something bad? And expect a ripple effect. Expect a reaction from the nature, because it's the law. It's the law of nature to return back something in some form. It doesn't have to be right away. It could be at another instance of time, but it will come back. And that's the law of karma, okay? So bring into habit the idea of putting a stopper at your consciousness. Before you take an action, just stop and think, am I doing the right thing? Okay? And that, my friend, will reduce your karma, because you will stop creating bad karma subconsciously. Because if you just act subconsciously without thinking, you don't even realize you're doing bad things. But before every action, if you put a stopper and you consciously think, even if it's for a second, instead of going subconsciously, if you go consciously, you change the whole game here. Finally, there's one last thing I want to say that's super crucial before I end this video, is that there is a common misconception that if you don't take action, it seems like you're in the green sign, that everything is fine, you did the right thing because you didn't take any action. But remember that no action is an action. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone is dying, okay? And they're on the streets, they're dying. Consciously, you know that if you do something about it, you can save that person's life, but you decide to do nothing. So in this case, the strength of that force is 0, meaning you took no action. But it also means that there will be a reaction, okay, from the nature, from the universe. At some point in time, in another form, you will get that back, okay? So how can you get that back? For example, let's just say it's possible that at some point in time, there's problems with your lungs, okay? And you're admitted at the hospital and you have this respiratory system plugged into your body, okay? And at some point in time, that machine stops working. And the nurses are too busy, they don't realize it stopped working, and it starts damaging your lungs even further. Again, here, there's no action, but the effect was redirected to you, okay, with 0 strength, no action, you see? So no action is also an action, okay? I hope you liked this video, and let me know in the comments section if you understood the idea, if you have any other questions, if you want to share your comments, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please like the video. Please share the videos with your friends. Please watch the other videos. There's an introductory video, and there's also a recent video I did on the holidays. So please watch those and please support the channel. Thank you so much, and I hope to meet you again soon in the next video. Take care.